So I still vividly remember working my regular job back in Canada. There was one particularly tough day. I was working in a plastic packaging plant in Calgary, Alberta. It was winter and there was a blizzard outside. The smell of the toxic chemicals from the plant was burning my nose, and as it did many days at this job, my head was absolutely pounding. My mind wandered to white sand beaches and palm trees, as it often does on these long, dark winter night shifts, but this time I thought about it differently. Why the can't we just live where we want to live? Why do I have to keep working these long hours at a job that doesn't give me any fulfillment whatsoever? Am I really going to be doing this for the next 40 years of my life?
I am quitting this crappy job.
There has to be something better. That night I went home and asked Doris one fateful question. Where would you go if you ever wanted to leave Canada? The answer that she gave me was Southeast Asia, and from that point on, our lives completely changed forever. 8 months later, we took off from the wintry tarmac of the Calgary airport, and since then we've traveled around 5 continents and lived in dozens of exotic locations around the world, including Caribbean islands, alpine villages, and historic European cities like Rome and Paris. Becoming location independent over 15 years ago was the best decision that we ever made, but it didn't happen overnight. There were a series of important steps that we had to take to realize our digital nomad dreams, and these are the same steps that anyone who might be interested in getting into this lifestyle would have to take. The cool thing is that this process doesn't have to take a long time, and you can start taking some of these steps today. In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 simple steps that you can take today towards your location independent lifestyle dreams. Even if you've never worked at anything besides an office brick and mortar job, I hope that this video will maybe inspire you to take those first few steps towards location independence and a remote work lifestyle. So here it goes. Here are 7 simple steps that you can take to become location independent today. Number 1 is to budget and save. And I'm not just talking about penny pinching here. When Doris and I were planning our first leap into location independence, we wrote our wage after tax at the top of a page, and below that we subtracted each and every expense that we had. From Netflix and gym memberships to Starbucks coffee before work and our electricity bill, everything was on that piece of paper. You'd be surprised at how many unnecessary things appear on your Visa bill every single month.
We are not paying this bill.
Cut out coffee and make it to go from home. Change your gym membership for free YouTube HIIT workouts. Ask a friend or a family member to add you to their family plan for their streaming services, or share multiple streaming services between multiple people. Once you have enough subtracted from your monthly bills that you're saving money every month, add back on $50 or so every week for entertainment, or however much you feel comfortable with it, and stick to this budget religiously. This is exactly how Doris and I were able to save tens of thousands of dollars in a single year. Number 2 is ask for more work or remote work. If you're trying to save up some money to have a nest egg to support your first few years of location independence, overtime pay and extra hours can be a godsend. But while you're at it, why not ask your boss if you can do some extra work from home?
Will she say yes? Will she say no?
This will plant the seed for the potential for more remote work down the road, once you decide to go fully remote. Doris and I both did this to an extent. I took on as many overtime hours as I could, working as much as 80 hours per week while we were saving to leave Canada for good. My job was physical labor, so it didn't allow me to work remotely, but Doris's did, and she picked up extra hours from home, earning more than double her hourly wage. Number 3 on this list is pick up a side hustle. There are tons of side hustles that you can pick up while you're working regular jobs at home. Google Goats on the Road side hustles, and one of the first results, you'll see a list of epic side hustles that you can start today to start earning money on the side. The great thing about these kinds of side hustles is that a lot of them are remote jobs that you can do online, so you can keep doing them once you begin your location independent lifestyle. I've personally tried countless side hustles over the years, from freelance writing to managing social media for businesses. If you've been watching this YouTube channel for a while, you'll probably have guessed that my favorite side hustle is blogging, as we've turned it into a full-time career, and it currently earns us more than our jobs in Canada ever did, while working way fewer hours and having the freedom to choose our own hours and work from anywhere.
Well, la-di frickin' da!
I really can't recommend blogging enough. If you've always considered starting a travel blog but figured it was too complicated or you're not tech savvy enough, Google Goats on the Road Start a Blog and you'll find that we have an awesome guide to how to start a travel blog in less than 15 minutes. After you're done, you can also get access to our blogging Kickstarter course, which is normally $199, but I give it away for free for anyone who starts a blog from that post on our site. It'll help you design your blog like a pro, write blog posts, add photos, even if you've never seen the back end of a website before. The course is so simple that even my grandma could do it.
Shut up, Grandma!
Number 4 on this list is house sitting, and house sitting literally changed our lives. When we first started over a decade ago, I remember sending photos to my family of the luxurious houses we were staying in Costa Rica and the Caribbean, and they didn't even believe me when I said that we were staying in these for free. When I told them that there are dozens of house sitting websites that you can just join and get amazing house sits like that for free within a few days, they were blown away. If you've always wanted to become location independent, but you want to stay in stunning accommodation without spending a fortune, then house sitting is the ultimate stepping stone. Google Goats on the Road house sitting and you'll find our house sitting roadmap, and it'll give you 20% off the best house sitting sites. Plus you'll get the exact steps that you can take to sign up for house sitting, create the perfect profile, and land your first house sit within 7 days. Number 5 on this list is start racking up credit card points. To date, we've earned around $10,000 worth of credit card points from our credit cards, and as Canadians, we don't even have very good points cards. If you live in the US, you could easily earn a lot more than this from your credit card points. Some credit card sign-up bonuses in the US are worth upwards of $1,000 on their own, and many of the best credit card hackers out there are flying around the world in business class seats for free and staying in luxurious hotels for free as well. If you're like me and you just want to dabble in the world of credit card points, find out what the best credit cards are for points around you locally. In the US, this is likely the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and in Canada, it may be the TD First Class Infinite card, and then just start spending as much as you can on those cards to get points. Number 6 on this list of steps that you can take to become location independent today is to simply tell people that you're going. This is one of the best ways to give yourself accountability and a healthy amount of pressure to actually follow through with your location independent dreams.
Stop pressuring me. You're making me nervous.
Simply tell your friends and family that you're going. Tell them where you plan to go and when. This simple psychological mini commitment can have an enormous impact on your likelihood of actually taking actionable steps towards your location independence. When we first told our friends and family that we were quitting our jobs and we were going to travel the world while working remotely, they had so many questions about it and they were so intrigued that from that point on, we felt as though we had no choice but to follow through and actually go. And the last thing on this list of steps that you can take today to become location independent is to book your flights. I'm not talking about this as the final step out of all the steps I listed so far in this video either. I honestly think that you should book your flights as one of the earliest steps in your journey so that you have the pressure to actually go. When we first quit our jobs and left Canada, we booked our flights before we even sold our house or our car.
Excuse me?
This seemed crazy to a lot of our friends, but in reality, it meant that no matter what, we were going. This helped kick us into gear and take all the necessary steps that we needed to take towards our dreams. If you also decide to sign up for house sitting, which is highly recommended, then your flight can be booked to the city of your very first house sit. That way you know that when you get there, you have a comfortable place to stay and work from, and maybe you'll even have a furry friend to keep you company. So that's it. That's my 7 steps that you can take today to become location independent. Honestly, when we were working back in Canada, I had plenty of days like the one I talked about at the start of this video. I was exhausted. I was just waiting for the weekend. We had only 2 weeks of holidays, and I really wanted something that gave us more freedom, where we could choose our hours, work from our pajamas, work from exotic locations, give us the freedom to travel, to spend more time with our loved ones. And location independence and working remotely online has given us all those things, and I'm always super grateful for it. If you're looking for more ways to make money online or become location independent, Google Goats on the Road Remote Work, and you'll come to a page where we have tons of information about hundreds of different jobs that you can pick up on the road or at home as side hustles, and different ways that you can save and plan for travel or for living abroad. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and tell us if you've ever worked remotely or if you've ever dreamed of it. And also hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified next time we come out with a new video like this. All right, thanks again for watching. I'll see you on the next one.